Hi everyone. Okay, I'm back with another video, and I have to say I am excited. Very, very excited. For those who do not know, I'm a root worker. I'm the type of root worker that loves to forage. I like to go out to get some of my roots and my herbs and my supplies, my ingredients on my own. This is because not only does it allow me to continue to connect with nature, which is largely about spirituality and root working and and hoodoo. Also, I have found a lot of gems are right outside of your door. Many things that cost a quote unquote arm and a leg for you to try to order online are right outside your door. And if you have a trained eye about what you are looking for, and you understand ingredients when it comes to root working, man, you will forage. And so that's where I am now. So the other day I went out foraging and I have this gem, which is something that's what I keep looking at, right? It's a Solomon seal root. Solomon seal root. I looked up on this. The reason why I'm saying I looked up on it because I love anything that I can find out in nature that I can use as an ingredient. So, let me talk about identification. In my area, if you see Solomon seal, most of the time you're going to find it to be green. It does come variegated with white stripes. The plant vegetation is like a narrow leaf, almost narrow. It is ribbed and it feels kind of smooth, although it's ribbed. It has a tubal like stem. And what I mean by tubal is it looks like you can just peel it layer by layer. And this is because this one isn't opened yet. Remember I said we're young in the season. So this one isn't opened yet. But as it grows, it's going to unfold itself like this. Underneath, remember I said it is still pretty young in its season. You will see berries underneath growing along this very beautiful stem. Now, the berries turn into flowers. Now remember that, because the flowers are very important as it goes to its lane. The root itself tends to be white, and it grows like knobs. Medicinally, the root is used for like rheumatism in your joints and lubricating the joints. It is taken orally and is also applied topically. And look at it. It looks like a little finger with joints. And it moves that way too. Here on the root, you're going to see something here that looks like a little stamp. Right? And that's the indication of the next year, the next root, part of the root that grows the next year. Boom, boom, boom. Here is a little stamp too. When you harvest, please do not get the entire supply. We want things to multiply, especially if it's something that grows every year. You want to be able to go back to your place that you have found this plant and get more. We want plentiful of the goods. Now, let's go back to talking about these flowering berries, right? This is a flowering plant. When it turns into the flower, right? Underneath the flower, you can see like this formation with all of the petals, like a 6-point star. Hence the name Solomon's seal. Usually Solomon's seal looks like what most people are known it to be is a 6-pointed star. Although Solomon's seal does come in different variations, but it's most known to look like a 6-point star. Now, the name comes from not only the metaphysical and spiritual properties, but also what it looks like. So we got 2 identifications that helps us understand what it can be used for. It's looking like a hand, fingers that moves easily, hence lubrication in joints and rheumatism, helping with rheumatism. And the flowers itself, if you were to take a flower, put it in some ink, and then put the top of the flower, as it falls down, because it grows that way, it grows downward, right? The same way you see the berries, it grows downward. And if you put it onto a piece of paper, you will see a 6-point star formed. Hence your seal. Now we know hoodoo was created in the southern United States in the Bible Belt. There's conjuration within the belief of hoodoo. And the Solomon seal is believed to protect against negative entities, demonic spirits, or break hexes, so on and so forth. That is what this root is used for in hoodoo. It is an exorcism herb. It is used for protection. And what I mean by exorcism, it is a herb that is used for banishing negative energy of the person and protecting negative energy. It is also a protective offering of incense, an incense offering. It is a hand, much like the symbol itself. And so this root can be dried, carried in gree-gree, oftentimes with other warding ingredients such as the devil's shoestring. But this root is dried, carried in gree-gree, and combined with such as devil's shoestring, high john, so on and so forth, right? It is used to increase wisdom and understanding, spiritual understanding. Is used for making wise decisions, enlightenment, and discernment. It is used to protect against burglarization of the home by sprinkling the roots around the home. And so, yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful plant. Flowering plant at that has this beautiful root, as you can see. The connecting points, they're thin roots that connects, and then we have the root itself. So If you see some, you know how to identify. I do want to note, there is a such thing called false Solomon seal. I don't know how people get them mixed up, but apparently they do. To me, the vegetation doesn't look the same, so on and so forth. But apparently they had to name another plant false Solomon seal. Typically, the berries do not grow along the bottom of the stem or underneath. The berries of that plant grows at the tip, grows out in the tip. In the root, it's a different color. It's not necessarily white-ish. It's more on the yellow or darker side. So, just in case you may be concerned about one that is a quote-unquote look-alike. They don't look alike to me, but they look alike to some. So, I'm going to conclude this video. Please subscribe. I promise I will make more videos. Hit the notification bell. I also need to give a shout out to my Patreon, because you all, we're on Discord, and you have kept me more so like motivated, right? I'm already excited for this time of year, but my Patreons, put some sort of spirit in me to make me just want to go out and talk more about foraging and hoodoo and so on and so forth. They actually, they don't even know it, but they inspired me to put this video out on YouTube and so on and so forth. So I got a shout out to my Patreon. And yeah, you all stay blessed.